Alcohol and the endocrine glands. Drinking too much alcohol over time may cause inflammation of the pancreas, resulting in pancreatitis. Pancreatitis can activate the release of pancreatic digestive enzymes and cause abdominal pain. Pancreatitis can become a long-term condition and cause serious complications. Now, I know you can see hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia, and you're probably wondering how alcohol causes both hypo and hyperglycemia. The pancreas helps regulate how your body uses insulin and responds to glucose. If your pancreas and your liver don't function properly due to pancreatitis or liver disease, you could experience low blood sugar or hypoglycemia. A damaged pancreas can also prevent your body from producing enough insulin to use sugar. This can lead to hyperglycemia, or we just say there is too much sugar in your blood. If your body can't manage and balance your blood sugar levels, you may experience greater complications and side effects related to diabetes. So that's why we have diabetes then. So experts recommend avoiding excessive amounts of alcohol if you have diabetes or hypoglycemia. Now let's talk about alcohol and the central nervous system, which is the brain. One major way to recognize alcohol's impact on your body is to understand how it affects your brain. Slurred speech is often a key sign of intoxication. So when you find out that your speech is becoming slow and slow, that means you are already intoxicated with alcohol, because alcohol reduces communication between your brain and your body. This makes speech and coordination more difficult. That's one major reason why you should never drive after drinking. Over time, alcohol can cause damage to your central nervous system. You might notice numbness and tingling in your feet and hands, even when you are not drinking. And also, it can affect your ability to create long-term memories and your ability to think clearly, your ability to make rational choices, rational decisions, your ability to regulate your emotions. And over time, drinking alcohol can damage your frontal lobe. That's the part of your brain that is responsible for functions like abstract reasoning, decision making, social behavior, and performance. So chronic heavy drinkers can also have what we call permanent brain damage. Now let's look at alcohol and the digestive system. The connection between alcohol consumption and the digestive system might not seem that really clear, but continuing to drink can worsen your symptoms. Drinking can damage the tissues in your digestive tract, preventing your intestines from digesting food and absorbing nutrients and vitamins properly. In time, this damage can cause malnutrition. Yes. Heavy drinking can lead to gas, bloating of the stomach, and what we call pot belly. I think there's a diagram here. Okay, that's it. So drinking alcohol heavily can lead to gas in the stomach, bloating of the stomach, feeling of fullness in your abdomen, then diarrhea or painful stools. It can also lead to ulcers. Yes. Now, how ulcers can lead to internal bleeding is that ulcers can cause dangerous internal bleeding. If you've had really bad ulcers, you would know that it can really cause internal bleeding. This is not a topic for today, to be for some other time. And this can be fatal if there is no prompt treatment. So let's look at alcohol and the sexual stroke reproductive health. Alcohol can lower your inhibitions. So you might assume that alcohol can actually ramp up your fun in the bedroom, but in reality what alcohol does is that it prevents sex hormone production. It lowers your libido, it keeps you from getting or maintaining an erection, and it also makes it difficult to achieve an orgasm. Also, excessive drinking affects menstrual cycle, which potentially increases your risk for infertility. Alcohol and the skeletal stroke muscle system. Long-term alcohol use can affect bone density, making your bones thin and increase your risk for fractures in case you fall. So if you're a heavy alcohol drinker, if you happen to fall maybe while playing football, you're at risk of having a fracture than someone that is not a heavy alcohol drinker. And also, when you have bone injuries, they heal slower if you are alcoholic. And drinking alcohol can also lead to muscle weakness, muscle cramps, and muscle atrophy. Let's look at alcohol and the immune system. Drinking heavily reduces your body's natural immune system. A weakened immune system has a harder time protecting you from germs and viruses. And also, people who drink heavily over a long period of time are more likely to develop pneumonia and tuberculosis than the general population. Okay, the last but not the least is alcohol and violence. About a high percentage of criminals who are currently in prison for violent crimes such as assault, domestic abuse, or homicide had an excessively high blood alcohol content when they were arrested. And also, alcohol has been connected to various cases of people drowning, falling, or accidents, and people who drink alcohol heavily are much more likely to commit suicide. Now back to our story. Freddie returned from work on a certain day and wasn't feeling so well. His wife called an ambulance and Freddie was rushed to the hospital. Freddie was later diagnosed with a chronic liver disease. After a few years, Freddie was gone, leaving his wife and 2 sons. The end result of heavy drinking is not always so favorable. The fact that you know someone who has lived for years and is a heavy drinker does not really mean the story will be the same for you because of a whole lot of factors you fail to consider. Thank you so much for watching Trisha's Health Talk. If you loved the video, please hit the bell icon to get notified of our upcoming videos and also like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.